Well, hello. I don't know what's going on here, but you don't have me here. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it's Joanne, and thank you for joining me. Look, this defamation case has has finitoed. And we've got news through in the last hour. So this is from The Guardian. Now, I want to show you what The Guardian's written. I want to show you what the ABC said, and I want to show you what is trending on Twitter because it's a very interesting development. So it says the two sides have reached an agreement to avoid what would have been a hugely expensive trial after mediation. One of the most anticipated cases in the Australian history has been avoided after the former Attorney General, Christian Porter, has agreed to a pre-trial settlement with the ABC. A hastily scheduled hearing in the federal court was initially due to go ahead on Monday, but it was scrapped after intense backroom negotiations between the two parties. The settlement comes just a day before the court was due to hear a strikeout application over the public broadcaster's defence. In a statement to the ABC, Porter had decided to discontinue his defamation action against the ABC and Louise Milligan, and that it stands by the importance of the article, which reported on matters significant to public interest. There was no damages would be paid. The Four Corners had been amended to include an editor's note that the article, admitting the article was about Porter, but it did not suggest that Porter had committed the criminal offences alleged. On February 26, 2021, the ABC published an article by Louise Milligan. That article was about a letter to the Prime Minister containing allegations against a senior cabinet minister. Though he was not named, the article was about the Attorney General, Christian Porter. The note states, the ABC did not suggest that Porter had committed the criminal offences alleged. The ABC did not contend that the serious allegations could be substantiated to the applicable legal standard, legal or criminal. However, both parties accept that some readers misinterpreted the article as an accusation of guilt against Mr. Porter. That reading, which was not intended by the ABC, is regretted. The ABC stands by our investigative and public interest journalism, which is always pursued in the interests of the Australian community. The ABC stands by Louise Milligan, one of Australia's foremost and most awarded investigative journalists, and all our journalists in their independent and brave reporting on matters about which Australians have a right to be informed. And then Louise Milligan, Christian Porter has discontinued his case. The ABC will pay him no damages. I stand by my journalism and proud to work Four Corners and grateful to the ABC, our brilliant legal team, for supporting public interest journalism. Thank you for your support. Outside the federal court on Monday, Porter sought to characterise the settlement as a victory. So the ABC had been forced to say they regret the outcome of reporting. The result today is that the ABC and Miss Milligan are not defending the claim, he said. The ABC and Miss Milligan are settling the claim on the basis of confidential terms in a statement in which they expressed regret at the outcome of reporting. I said at the very beginning of these proceedings, I did not want to bring these proceedings. I felt I absolutely had no choice but to bring those proceedings. I particularly did not want anything to happen in any public way that would cause further distress to the parents who lost their daughter. Porter said it was unnecessary to go to trial after the ABC conceded. It regretted the interpretation of the article. The hunt and harm this reporting has done to my reputation, to my family, is beyond any form of compensation. Filed by Porter's lawyers earlier this month, an application sought to have major sections of the ABC defence struck out on the basis that he had filed material that was either scandalous, frivolous, vexatious, evasive, or otherwise an abusive process to the court. Porter announced that he would sue the public broadcaster and journalist Louise Milligan in March over an article alleging an unnamed cabinet minister had been accused of R in January 1988 in a dossier sent to Scott Morrison. So it goes on now the background of the case on that. And so we get down to the bottom here. It says that on Thursday, Justice Thomas Thorley, in a separate ruling, that Porter's barrister, Sue Chrysanthou, should relinquish the brief because she had received confidential information which was relevant to the case and could present a misuse. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. He's lost his barrister due to conflict of interest. The next day, so tomorrow, he was due to be in court to defend why to contest the ABC's confidential, which it's confidential at the moment, totally redacted defense as to why it should be kept secret. There's more, in my opinion, and I'm not a lawyer, but in my opinion, there's more here than meets the eye. Because maybe he found out that they were going to release the information because the ABC was filing a truth defense, as we've seen. So this is Louise Milligan. So here's the ABC statement. So this is on their website. ABC statement on Christian Porter litigation. Christian Porter has decided to discontinue his defamation action against the ABC and Louise Milligan. All parties have agreed not to pursue the matter any further. No damages will be paid. The only costs the ABC will be paying are the mediation costs. The ABC stands by the importance of the article, which reported on matters of significant public interest. The article remains online. It has been updated with this editor's note. So if you now go to the article, this is what's been added. On the 26th of February 2021, the ABC published an article by Louise Milligan. The article was about a letter to the Prime Minister containing allegations against the senior cabinet minister. Although he was not named, the article was about Attorney General Christian Porter. The ABC did not intend to suggest that Mr. Porter had committed the criminal offence as alleged. The ABC did not contend that the serious accusations could be substantiated to the applicable legal standard, criminal or civil. However, both parties accept that some readers misinterpreted the article as an accusation of guilt against Mr. Porter. That reading, which was not intended by the ABC, is regretted. The ABC stands by our investigative and public interest journalism, which is pursued in the interests of the Australian community. The ABC stands by Louise Milligan, one of Australia's foremost and most awarded investigative journalists, and all our journalists in their independent and brave reporting on matters about which Australians have a right to be informed. And then there's media contact. Now, her Twitter has blown up. So she's pinned this. He's listening to Porter now trying to spin his way out and blame the ABC and say, neighbour, how dare he stand there and admit no wrongdoing? There must be an inquiry into whether he's fit to stand in our parliament. I hate my tax dollars being used to contribute to his salary and perk. All over Red Rover, nice work, Louise and team. Porter spewing lies now. Porter claims ABC proposed mitigation and settlement. He's clearly lying. Says everything about this scumbag's moral or lack thereof. This is wonderful news, Louise. Many thanks to you and Four Corners for all you do. I think we need an independent inquiry into whether Porter is a fit and proper person to be in Parliament. In view of justice for Kate, I hope her and her family get independent investigation. So it goes on and on and on. They admitted the article was libelous and amended it with an editorial citation. She has not been vindicated. She and the ABC settled. It was never about money. Well done. Bit of shame we didn't get to see what he obviously wants to hide. I hope one day we find out everything the ABC investigative team found out. Having forced the ABC to show their hand, we can guess that Porter's decision to drop this because he doesn't want the court or worse, the public to hear the evidence. Porter is allergic to scrutiny. And so it goes on and on and on and on. And it's quite a mixed, it is actually quite a mixed bag of tweets there too. Some for, some against. It's definitely very, very interesting to see it all. So I'm going to go back to Louise Milligan because there's some more threads to this tweet. So she's won quite a few. She's won quite a few awards as well. So, all right. So here's some other stuff. This is on her Twitter. Adding some more information to the ABC statement on Christian Porter's litigation. The only costs that the ABC will be paying is the mediation cost. Christian Porter says the ABC regrets the article. This is not true. The ABC said both parties accept that some of the readers misinterpreted the article as an accusation of guilt to Mr. Porter. That reading is regretted. The misreading is regretted, not the article. Milligan says Mr. Porter proposed the settlement first. If he wants to dispute that, happy to refresh his memory and release the terms he offered. We are absolutely committed to the 27 redacted pages being in the public domain. I'm sure our colleagues in the media too. We stand by the truth and the excellent witnesses who came forward and were prepared to put themselves on the line. So I don't know that it's over. The court case, it looks like the court case is over. So I guess there is a court date for tomorrow, court time for tomorrow. I guess it will just be procedural things tomorrow just to finalise it, but they've settled. So at the moment, it's all over. Red Rover. The ABC and Christian Porter have agreed to some terms, which are confidential at this time. However, we will see. Louise Milligan, as you said there, has said that, you know, she stands by the pages. And like my Twitter feed is just full of comments of people telling Mr. Porter to resign and the fact that he didn't win, and that, you know, that he's dreaming and all sorts of stuff. So it's a really mixed bag of feeling, but a lot of people were really against the fact that he was suing the ABC for defamation. That's why he said he was going to pay for it himself. Then there was talk that he was going to ask for some public money to pay for it, but I don't suppose he's going to get that now. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see what's going on. So definitely going to be interesting to see what goes on from here. So watch this space. But thank you for joining me as we've journeyed with this case. I'm sad it's not going to progress anywhere, but I wondered after he lost his lawyer how much he could go, because I mean he was going to have to brief another lawyer. They would have to get up to speed and all of that sort of stuff. So at some point in time, it would make sense to try and settle. The other thing is that there's 27 pages of redacted information that he was trying to keep redacted that he did not want into evidence. And that is what's got everybody's interest at the moment. It's got mine. What's in those 27 pages that the ABC filed that he does not want everyone to know? That is the question. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Is the timing a bit suspicious? I know that on the Australian law pages of Reddit, there's all sorts of talk about this, that the timing's just a bit too convenient before the debate was, because the debate was tomorrow as to whether that information would be either admissible and confidential. So the day before, all of that stuff was to be hashed out. It's settled. Yeah. Convenient, hey? Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I know that a whole pile of YouTubers today have lost subscribers. So some people thought they were subscribed and not. Just have a look. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time.